40 שנה אקוט בדור, ואומרם טועה לבבם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבואון על מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, תסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו. Hazaru ala tzadik u'yishrei simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, v'niflaot asa. Hoshia lo yeminu, uzroa kodsho. Hodia Adonai Yeshuato, ve'enei hagoyim yatzidkato. Zachar haso emunato, lebeit Yisrael, ra'u chol asei aretz, et Yeshuat Eloheinu, hariu l'Adonai kol haaretz, yispuv v'ranenu v'zameru, zamru l'Adonai b'chino, b'chinor v'chol zimra, b'chachatzra v'chol shofar, hariu l'ifnei hamelech Adonai, hayam umo, tevel v'yosh v'val, v'rot yamin v'chachaf, yachad harim v'ranenu, lifnei Adonai kiva, lishbot ha'aretz, lishbot tevel b'tzedek, ve'amin b'nei sharim. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Eli, havu l'Adonai. Kavod v'chod, ay, havu l'Adonai, kevod shemo yishtachavu l'Adonai, kara kodesh, kol Adonai, al hamayim, el hakavod yirim, Adonai, al mayim rabim, kol Adonai, bakoach, ay, kol Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 pnei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor vezachor v'dibor achad Ishmiyanu el hamyuchad Adonai echad Ushmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki mikor ha'beracha merosh mikadem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavatila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Mikdash melech ir melucha u'mitzei mitoch ha'hafecha rav lach shevet be'emek ha'bacha vehu yachamol alayichem la. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yananai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Hitnari me'afar kumi Yivshi bigdei tifatechami Al yad ben yishai beit halachli Morva el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Hitoreri ki ba'orek uri al yadi ben kartzi v'nismecha v'nakila v'chadodi li rat kalali kakala Shabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Sadikatama Yifrach Keres Balmanon Yizgeshetulim Beveit Donai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Slavish Adonai, Ozita Zar, Aftikon Tevel Baltimore. Edo Tefane Manumeo, Levetra, Na'ava Kodesh, Adonai Le'orech Yamin.
Really beautiful. This week we observe the Artzeiten of Mabel Blumenthal, grandmother of Barry Goldenberg, Alda Descenza, mother of Judy Cooper and mother-in-law of Leonard Cooper, Michael D. Eckelman, brother of Todd Eckelman, Sherry Kaplan, sister of Gloria Horowitz, Lawrence C. Levitz, husband of Helen Stephenson, Harold Rothberg, father of Peter Rothberg, Zelda Horowitz, mother of Sheldon Horowitz, Hal Mitchell Fleischman, brother of Suzanne Wise, Clara Barback, mother of Spencer Barback, Saul Silverman, cousin of Doris Pat Smith, and also Harriet Kalichman Pollock, Abraham W. Eisen, Jean Horowitz, and Rose Dykman, all of whom are memorialized on our board. May their memories and the memories of all those whom we recall be blessings. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 24 or page 62. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye d'chol beit Yisrael. B'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorach le'olam olamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kutsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shelama Rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Good Shabbos again, everyone. I want to share just really a couple words. Not even entirely a complete thought, but I trust you all enough to share incomplete thoughts. So, Breitmillah, the Mitzvah of Circumcision, comes to us in this week's Parsha, which is Lech Lecha. And for anyone who's ever been to a bris, which probably, I want to guess, includes everyone in the room, it is, without question, one of our most primal and powerful rituals. I think there's very little doubt about that. And I just want to share two thoughts about it, which are, in my mind anyways, related. The first is, and it's a little bit morbid, or anyways a little bit sad, but it is the only mitzvah that you can actually participate in after you die. It's the only one. So traditionally, and whether or not it's even halachically required is a matter of some debate, but traditionally, a child who tragically dies before the 8th day is nonetheless circumcised after death. It's a remarkable thing. And it's related to the idea that the Hebrew word niftar, which means like passed away, or died, is related to the same root as the word patur, which in halachic literature means exempt. You can be chayav to do a mitzvah, or you can be patur, exempt from doing that mitzvah. And the idea is the only time as a Jew when you're exempt from mitzvahs is when you're dead. And this is actually the thing that at least the ancient rabbis think is the worst part about being dead. Maybe there's a lot of bad parts. But the worst part is that you can't do mitzvahs. Except for this one, which you can kind of participate in. And I think this communicates a very deep and perhaps disquieting, but also inspiring message. And that is, our humanity and our divinity is not entirely something that we are simply born with. It is something that we inscribe on our bodies, and it is something that we co-create with one another and with the divine presence that's among us. And so even the child who dies before the 8th day gets circumcised. It's a beautiful thing. The second sort of thought I want to share about this is why the 8th day? Why the 8th day? And there's this very prominent notion of the 8th day in Jewish thought as something extra, or something which breaks the mold. Sukkot is 7 days, but Hanukkah, which was originally sort of this make-up Sukkot, because they missed Sukkot because they were fighting against the Romans, that's 8 days. When we're redeemed, when there's a miracle, that's 8 days. Shmini Atzeret, the 8th day of assembly, is this mysterious other holiday that tags along on the end, which is freighted with this messianic expectation, which also accompanies the birth of a child, because there's this idea that every single child, inscribed in the Breitmillah ritual, that we can include girls too. Girls could be the Messiah too. There's this idea, right, that is somehow actualized on the 8th day. There's an 8thness about redemption. And this is definitely something about the reality, I think, of children coming into the world. Of course, in the lives of their parents, they bring a new paradigm and they break the mold. But I also think it says something about what it means to be human, again. Right? To be human means to break the mold a little bit, to rise above, the vicious drama of the natural world and random evolution and predation and running, right? And to engage in this larger conversation, this more august conversation about who we are and what on earth we are doing here. And so God's work is actually finished in 7 days. But then our work begins on the 8th. I pray that we all find many 8th days in our lives. Remember the 1-7, 1 rhythm, 1-7, 1-7, but that we also remember to say, oh, there's this thing on the 8th. We'll continue in just a moment with Marif. I believe Darren took Marif. I believe Maryut took Marif. Which is on page 28.
Oh, yeah.
Whichever you
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai asher b'faro mari parim. Amayim b'layla golel or mipnei choshev v'choshev mipnei or umavir yom umevi layla umavdil ben yom uve layla Adonai tzivot shemo El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Vaed Baruch Atah Adonai Hamari Baravim Ahavat Olam Bet Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot u'kim u'mishpatim Otanu le'madeta El Kenanu Beshkovenu u'kumenu Nasiya bechuchecha V'nisma b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam vaed Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu Vamo Yisroel, Shema Yisroel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Shalom. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha, b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzvacha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha beitecha, u'vleftecha b'derech, Ushokbecha v'kumecha, ukshertam leod al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, u'pirtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'b'isharecha. Leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kiddushim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lechem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem emet emet. Umalchuto v'ratzon kiblu alehem Moshe uvnei Yisrael lechanu shira b'simcha rabba v'amru kulam mi chamocha b'elim Adonai mi chamocha nera b'kodesh norati lo tosef Malchutecha reuvanecha bokei yam lifnei Moshe seili anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed b'nema kifad Adonai et Yaakov u'geu miyad hazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisroel Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha B'takinenu b'tzetos u'b'milchamecha Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai Haporei sukat shalom aleinu V'al kol amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam Me'ayayayayayay U'ben b'nei Yisrael Oti le'olam v'kadash shmei rabam. Elmad divrach yirtei lech malchutei b'chayeichon v'yomeichon chayeicho decho beit Yisrael b'agala u'bizman karib v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabam evora le'olam le'olam Yiparach v'yishabach v'yipar v'yikramam v'yitnoseh v'yitador v'yitoleh v'yitalal shmei kudsha brechu leila min kol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiram v'yomah v'yimaru amen. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Ve'ah Tasir Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasir Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasir Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasir Leolam. Tavhem Nevarech et Amcha Yisrael Etu Kol Shah B'Shlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. We continue on page 47. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam. Vayechulu Elohim v'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa. Vayishpot v'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa. Vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayikadesh oto. Kivo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Konei Shamayim Be'aretz Magin Avot Bidvar Livam Ratzah Le'aniach Lachem Lefanav Navo Bira V'Fahad V'Nodei Lishmo B'Kol Yom Tamid Ayom Avram Kod El Ha'od Ha'od Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat U'Mavrei Shevi'i U'Maniach B'Kedusha Le'amedu Shnei Onen Zecher L'Maaseh V'Reishit Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Retzeh B'Menuchatenu K'Hashenu B'Mitzvotecha V'Ten Chalkeinu B'Toratecha Savenu Mituvecha V'Samkeinu B'Shuatecha V'Tahel Libeinu Le'ovdecha V'Emet V'Hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu Be'ahava uvratzon Shabbat Kodesh Ve'anuchu ba'Yisrael Mekadesh Shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yitkara v'kadash Shmei Rabbah V'yalmad divrach Yurteh v'yamlech malchuteh b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chol Beit Yisrael be'agala v'azmin ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם יפרח וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתעלה שמי דקודשה ברכו לילה מן כל ברכתה בשירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמיירה ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל צלות ההון ותוכון דכל ישראל קדם עוון דבשמיא Vimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rava min Shmaya, B'chaim Aleinu, B'achol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. Osa Shalom Bimru Ma, Uyasa Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yisrael, Vimru Imru Amen. Yasa Shalom, Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yachol Yisrael. Do we want to have any youngie person maybe? A youngie person? Doesn't matter.
What's in there?
It's all good.
Yep.
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishonu mitzotav v'atzavanu v'shabbat Shabbat v'arvatzon hichilanu zikron l'maaseh b'reshit yom tekilat mikra kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki banu avotav v'tanu kidashta Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach Adonai l'teit gedulah le'otzeh reshit shelo asanu pigoyei haratzon ve'lo samanu kimishpahot adama shelo samchalkeinu kahen ve'gor aleinu Lifnei melech malchei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noten shamayim v'yosad haaretz u'moshev yikaro b'shamayim imad u'shkina tuzo, Shkina tuzo, Begav Hemeromi, Hu Eloheinu, Einu, Emet Malkeinu, Efesulato, Kakatu, Betorato, Natayom, Beatatayom, Behashavota, Erebecha, Ki Adonai, Hu Elohim, Bashamayim, Mima, Bi'aretz, Bi'aretz, Mita, Eino, Eino. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimlach leolam va'ed, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo,
Mourner's Kaddish is on page 52. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmeid kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Shekoach to Rachel for beautiful Kabbalat Shabbat, and to Maryut for a beautiful Mariv. And thanks to everyone for coming out. Invite up David to make the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's great to see so many people here this evening, and hopefully we'll see more as we get back to normal, whatever that may be. First off, also Yashikov for Rachel and Maryut for leading tonight's service. And Jonathan and Maryut are sponsoring the Kiddush for tomorrow in honor of their 22nd wedding anniversary. Okay, so everyone should be here. Okay. We also have coming up an adult education, our Lunch and Learn Chug. This is Wednesday via Zoom, noon to 1 o'clock. Survey of Jewish Theology, which began last week. It's a little confusing. Oh no, the Chug and Learn is a 12 to 1. The Survey of Jewish Theology is on Tuesdays at 7:30, and that's in person at the synagogue. So there are two things, not one. We have the women's group coming up this Shabbat, yes, tomorrow, at 1 p.m. after services. Also for our social action, we have a breakfast run schedule. This is on this Sunday, the 17th, from 7:30 to 11 a.m. As always, we could use volunteers, and you can meet here at 7:30 in the parking lot. They need drivers to caravan, and they'll distribute hot breakfast, clothing, and toiletries to homeless people in New York, and there certainly are plenty of them. So I think there'll be plenty of customers. We have a book group coming up next Sunday, that's the 24th, at 11 a.m. via Zoom. That's on a Sunday. And the book is The Beauty Queen of Jerusalem. Jacqueline's still not finished reading it, though, so I have no idea. Also, there's going to be a Michael Schwerner Memorial March on Friday, November 5th, beginning at 3 p.m., and we will join the members of the Church of St. Paul and Clement in Mount Vernon, and we'll march from Mount Vernon to the PJC, and there'll be more information in the weekly announcements, but if you want more information, contact Rabbi Resnick. And Tikkun Olam, this I think would be better if you explained it.
So we're getting back involved with Hearts and Homes for Refugees, which is a local organization that works to serve refugees who have been settled in Westchester. We were very involved when it was founded by Kathy O'Callaghan, and Jenny Dreesen was very involved for a while, and then we sort of got less involved, not for any particular reason, but now we have formed a committee to, they have different levels of sponsorship, and sort of we're going to start with something called their Helping Hands program, hopefully, where for a set period of time, like 3 months, we would be paired with a refugee family or someone who's in Westchester, and we would help them with whatever they need for those 3 months, whether it's navigating bills or clothes, or helping get themselves getting acclimated. And we have a committee formed, but if you're interested, we could always use more help for that. And the next step is to meet with Kathy and again with Kathy and some folks from Hearts and Homes to get sort of oriented to how it works. And it's a great and very Jewish mitzvah, and I hope it will go well.
Thank you, Rabbi. We also have the soup kitchen. This is this coming Thursday.
No, November. It's canceled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I take that all back. It's November 18th, Thursday, November 18th. We're asking for volunteers to provide baked ziti, salad, and brownies. If you want to participate, contact Jill Goldenberg. And we're also, we sponsored the Scholar Stream program with Rabbinical Assembly. This is lectures by scholars, and we can participate in it. We don't have to pay for it, and you just have to look at the weekly announcements to register to participate. Is anything else need to be announced?
Remember, we encourage people to give their thanks offerings to Hashem via our high holiday appeal process.
Right.
Oh, and next Saturday is our first Shabbat Mishpacha, which is for everybody, really. I mean, it's going to be a service that's a little bit different than usual. It's going to be kind of geared at kids and families in our learning center, but really it's for everybody, and it should be a nice morning and a different morning, and you will have an opportunity to say Kaddish, and it will be not an entire Shabbat morning davening, but it'll have a lot of the main ones. So, just FYI.
Okay, I think we've covered almost everything that I can think of. Okay, so Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Yigdal Elohim Chai Be'Yishtabash Kadmon Lechol Davar Asher Nivra Rishon Mikhail